Imagine opening your eyes at 4:30 in the morning. Before your feet touch the floor, a bell rings. Someone upstairs wants hot water. You carry it up. Another bell rings. Breakfast. Then another. A fire needs to be lit. Boots need polishing. A room needs cleaning. You finish one task, and before your brain can even register that it is done, another bell pulls you somewhere else. You are a servant inside a wealthy Victorian home, and for the next 20 hours, your attention does not belong to you. There is no real finish line, only the next command. But this is not really a story about a Victorian servant. It is a story about your brain, because that mansion still exists. It is smaller now. It fits inside your hand. Every notification is a bell. An email rings from one room. A message calls from another. A video starts playing upstairs. A headline is waiting in the hall. And each time the bell sounds, your brain drops whatever it was carrying and runs. The strange part is that switching tasks does not feel like work. You are only checking one message, opening one tab, watching one short video. But your brain has to close one mental room, remember what was happening there, enter a different room, understand a new set of information, make a decision, and then somehow find its way back. Do that once, and it costs almost nothing. Do it hundreds of times, and your mind begins to resemble an exhausted servant running up and down the same staircase. At first, you still feel efficient. This is hour 1. Your attention is sharp. Your reactions are quick. The house is busy, but you can manage it. By hour 8, you start using shortcuts. You reread the same sentence. You enter a room and forget why you went there. You answer quickly, not because you know the answer, but because thinking carefully feels expensive. By hour 16, the manager of the mansion begins to fail. That manager is your prefrontal cortex. It helps you focus, control impulses, hold information in working memory, and decide what matters. After roughly 17 to 20 hours awake, reaction time and judgment can become impaired in ways that resemble alcohol intoxication. You may still feel awake. You may still be speaking, scrolling, working, even driving. But being conscious is not the same as being fully in control. By hour 20, attention becomes unstable. Tiny lapses can break through. For a few seconds, parts of your brain may slip towards sleep while your eyes are still open. The servant has not stopped moving, but she is dropping trays now. She misses a bell, walks into the wrong room, forgets an instruction, then blames herself for becoming lazy. So she drinks more coffee and runs faster. But exhaustion cannot be negotiated with. Caffeine can make the bell sound louder. It cannot restore the worker answering it. And here is where the modern version becomes even stranger. The Victorian servant did not choose when the bell rang. You do. No notification appears, but you check the phone anyway. Nothing has changed, so you refresh. You close one app, then open it again seconds later without making a conscious decision. Eventually, the master no longer needs to ring the bell. The servant has learned to summon herself. That is the real human glitch. Your brain adapts to interruption so well that silence begins to feel uncomfortable. A quiet moment feels empty. One unfinished thought feels dangerous. Rest starts to resemble wasted time. But your brain was never lazy. It was overworked. Sleep is not the moment your mind becomes useless. It is when memories are organized, emotional experiences are processed, and the exhausted rooms of the mansion are prepared for another day. You do not need to become a faster servant. You do not need to answer every bell. Sometimes, the healthiest thing you can do is close the mansion, switch off the lights, and let the servant sleep. Because if every notification is a bell, freedom may begin with deciding which ones no longer deserve an answer.